Okay, this video is about stopper knots, whether they're used on your rope bridge or on the end of your climbing line as a bitter end knot. Their life support, very important. I have a few in my toolbox that I've learned to tie. And the first one, and they all start with a left underhand loop. Left underhand loop. The first one that I know is a figure 8. Easy to tie, but not very secure. But it's great just to have on the end of your climbing line. Next, and very popular knot, is the double overhand knot. It's also easy to tie, very secure, but at times can be difficult to untie after it's been heavily loaded. There's a stopper knot used on the hitchhiker climbing device, and I'll call it a hitchhiker stopper knot. And if you simply undress the double overhand stopper knot one direction, you end up with a right hitchhiker stopper knot. If I dress this back into a double overhand knot and undress it the other direction, I end up with a left hand hitchhiker stopper knot. It's a great knot because it has a very flat side to match up with whatever surface you're working with. The knot that I like most as a stopper knot is the stevedore stopper knot. It's a very secure knot, and one advantage that it has is that once it's been heavily loaded, it's quite easy to break open and take it apart. It also has a very flat surface to meet and match up with whatever it's sitting on. A variation from that is a stopper knot used on New Tribe harnesses. They call it a heaving knot. Again, it starts with the left underhand loop, and instead of wrapping down the running end of the line, it wraps up towards the bite. That is the heaving knot. And last, but a very functional stopper knot when you need a large stopper knot, is an Ashley stopper knot. An Ashley stopper knot is easy to recognize when you're tying it correctly because it'll have a trifold appearance, and it's very symmetrical when it's set, and it's a very large stopper knot for those times when you're concerned about your stopper knot pulling through the hole. Those are stopper knots I use on the end of my climbing line. I have a stopper knot also that I find very functional, and it's an alpine butterfly. An alpine butterfly used as a stopper knot is very functional. It has very flat sides on it. It is also extremely easy to break open and untie when it's been loaded. To be used as a stopper knot, I think it's very important that it be captured with a carabiner to prevent that loop from pulling back through. Once captured, it's a very secure, solid, midline attachable stopper knot. Those are a few stopper knots that I've come to really enjoy and like, and I am going to try to make sure that every bit of my climbing line always has some kind of a stopper knot in it, whether it be flaked out laying on the side of the tree or at the bottom of my rope bag. I think it's a good policy and a good procedure to always have a stopper knot at the end of your climbing line.